employee surveys and staff interviews, when staff are asked why they enjoy working at SKIM, the three main aspects that stand out are one, culture, and culture is associated with the people that work here. So you can really characterize people who work here as approachable, easygoing, interpersonal, helpful, and you really feel like a collegial spirit in the work culture. There's a very flat hierarchy and you can approach people at all different levels. So we have a matrix structure where everyone is encouraged to work together in teams and collaborate on different initiatives. And that's one thing I think that stands out.
One of the key differences in my mind between SKIM and other market research agencies is that at SKIM it really is all about working collaboratively and as a group. So it's not that there's no autonomy or personal responsibility, but so much of our culture is about group collaboration and being a sparring partner for your other colleagues. And compared to where I came from in another agency where things maybe are a little bit more competitive, SKIM is all about working together and making things happen as a group. One of the other things that I've noticed is SKIM is really all about flexibility. And flexibility can mean many different things. It can be the flexibility to work on the things that you're passionate about and most interested in, or it can be simple as, working from home or, needing to take care of your children and having some flexibility in your work hours.
SKIM is a very open culture, and on a sunny day people can walk into the office wearing shorts and flip-flops, and even though it's not my personal style, it's all possible. In the growing organizations such as SKIM, what you can see is that the offices and the layout is still very flat. We all have an open office plan and people can sit anywhere at any time they want to, even management team members.
What I valued as trainee during my traineeship period at SKIM is that you're really valued as a member of the team within all the different divisions. So from the start, you're actively involved during discussions, kick-off meetings at the client and presentations. Your opinions are already valued right from the start.
What I like in SKIM is that here you really can think outside of the box in a very creative way. People in SKIM are the ones that are outside of the box. And I'm also a person that likes things to be out of the box.
I've also experienced that SKIM's management team is much more accessible and more open than per se at other companies. So for example, Dirk, our chairman and CEO, you could always pick up the phone and call Dirk and he'd give you any amount of his time, and he's so open and willing to listen to the thoughts of his employees. It's also true with the rest of the management team. They're always willing to share their experience and expertise with you and also to lend a listening ear. And I think that really helps describe the SKIM organization and our culture and our spirit, which is that the organization is really built around its people and we really put our employees first.
In the presentation I did at the end of the selection process at SKIM applying for a job as a project manager, I shared the aptitude results that I had done at the job agency, the headhunter company. I figured this was a good way to show that I actually have what it takes and I'm very suitable for a job in market research. However, to spice things up, I also added the results of a different personality test, namely the superhero test. So it's kind of scary to go up to 3 directors at a company in your job interview and say, hey, I'm Spider-Man, I'm intelligent and a bit nerdy, and I have a great sense of responsibility. But it worked out really well. I got hired, and the first day when I started my job here at SKIM, it turned out that half of the company had done the superhero test as well, so I started a bit of a fad here. So it was really fun to see how I fit into a situation where actually it's okay to be a nerd, and it's quite fun to have nerdy and geeky colleagues all around.